I have two center savers sitting here, and I'm going to compare the two of them, and I'm going to tell you why I ended up with the second one also, because I am a definite family business kind of guy. I think you need to support the family business guy. The other company, which this is made in China, this was made in New Zealand, and it really irks me when somebody takes somebody else's technology and information and copies it and legally can actually sell this. And they did it, which is crazy. The price for the one on the left, which is made in China, is $339, and the other one is $609. Well, you're a wood turner. Yeah, most people don't have a lot of money to be able to go out and buy the $609, but the $339 definitely within their range to be able to have a bowl saver. But I'm going to give you an explanation as to why I bought this one. Well, I got to make that clear. I did not buy this one. This one here was given to me, all right, by a good friend of mine up north in Orchard Park, New York, home of the Buffalo Bills, all right? And I have used it, I probably have over 300 bowls made off of this, and this is a used one. And I've worked it and worked it and worked it. But what happened was the tip came off of here. I put a new tip on, and it just did not take. This one over here, I put a tip on here, and I put that one on, and that's been on there for over a year. So I finally got to the second one. I said, well, let's get this one put on, and it did not take. So now I'm sitting here waiting for a tip. I contacted Dan Hewitt at Woodcut Tools in New Zealand, and he was going to send me out a tip on this. Well, this is now, I talked to him on December 28th, and now we're January 15th, and I haven't seen it. Well, I sent an email out to him, and he responded yesterday, and he forgot to send me the tip, all right? So now I'm looking at two different bowl savers that are the same piece of equipment, and I'm going to explain to you a little further about this as we go through. I'm going to put this one together. I'm going to set this one aside here just for a little bit. Take a piece out of here. First thing I notice on the handle is the handle has got a soft grip to it. We'll compare as we go here. I'm gonna try and do this as well as you can, but look at that. It's the same length. They did everything exactly the same. This is a soft, and this is a harder. There's a little, you can squeeze it a little bit, but this one's just softer. That's all I can tell you the difference on that. As far as the same, it looks like it's the same size aperture on the front here. This is the post. It's a 1-inch post. Give a comparison on that. One-inch post. Here's something quite interesting. This is a little different. This one has threads on the bottom and the top. So I'm assuming you can screw that into two different locations, but we'll see what that's all about. That's different. The other one, right here, does not have it on the top. Here's your connection pieces. This is for the platter. This to get hooked up. All right. Now here's that. I mean, this is so crazy that somebody actually took somebody else's thoughts and their process of what they did and just literally copied it and then put it out for sale. Tailpiece. I mean, they bumped it up a little bit. I got I don't know if it's nicer. This is a triple. This is a 5-star end on it, but it's exactly the same. I mean, my goodness gracious. It's like, I didn't even know that you can do this in business world, but I guess it's what companies do to make money. They copy somebody else's ideas. All right. Let me get rid of some of this plastic here. All right. This is the platter. This is the part that your actual blade goes on to. All right. And they did the exact same thing. It is the same setup. They got a pin right there. There's a pin right there. which allows this piece to fit right on top of here. I know this piece of equipment very well because I use it a lot, and I love it. I mean, I just am very, very pleased with it. But I said, what the heck is this? All right. There's that. And this is their platter. It's a heavy platter. Now mine is beat up a little bit because I've used it. But I'm telling you, it's 100% copied. So far it looks like it's the exact same thing. Let's see if nope, that's different size. Different size screw. There's a first change that I've got. Wow. There's their tool, and there's the new tool. Let's see how different they are. This is longer. Both of them are longer. And I'll tell you something about them being longer. I have found that when I'm cutting, and I'm trying to cut out the center, the other blades aren't long enough to cut out the center. I have to actually loosen the blade up, move the blade over a little bit, and then cut the rest of the way. So actually that's a positive. Oh, I feel bad for Woodcut Tools because your family, it's 3 generations of people at Woodcut that built this, designed this, came up with this, and then somebody else says, you know what? Their patent was up, is what the story is. And that was from Dan. Their patent was up. It's good for 20 years. And after that, it's opened up to competition. And I mean, they were ridiculous in how you would thought they would have changed a little something to make it a little bit more different, I guess. Look at that. That is just plain copied. Same thickness of rod coming off, same there. Just screws into the backside, goes into here. Same setup. I'm going to take this apart. I'm going to get this off. I got to put this on the lathe to do that. What I just did is I put my shaft into my banjo and locked it down so I could get this loosened up. Oh boy. All right. This one here is definitely longer, which is nice because it makes it so, well, maybe it isn't nice because my banjo may not fit this. Ah. There's your first problem. This does not fit my banjo, but I know how to remedy that, and that just cut the bottom off. So I just cut it off and make it shorter. But I got to make sure I got the right end I cut off. Let's get this bolt apart. Okay. That's actually screwed into the bottom plate. So it is unscrewing out of the bottom plate so you can lock it so it keeps it so it doesn't tighten up. Smart. I mean, somebody's dad originally designed this. And somebody else just sat there in a boardroom and said, you know what, Joe, go out and copy this and we're going to make it cheaper. But I'm here to find out if it is cheaper, or is it junk, or is it... I don't know steel. I can't tell you what these things are made of. Did somebody do it cheaper because they were able to make it with a less expensive steel? That I can't tell you. But I'm giving you a comparison, then I'm going to put it on the lathe and put it to work. All right, everything is going together here pretty well, except for a very important piece here. And that is the new platter and the new post. And the post is not screwing in to the threads She wants to, but she's not going in. Thread through and out the other side. It almost seems like two different threads. It's terrible. Terrible machining. That is not the same thread. That's too big. Well, that's interesting. I'm not going to start filing and doing all the rest of it because I send it back like it is and I'll get my money back. If I start to do stuff to it, I won't get my money back. Well, there you go, folks. Let's hear it for Woodcut Tools and their quality of how they put their equipment together. I'm still waiting for my tip to come in, but this is definitely going back. I'm going to take this back apart, box it up, and ship it back to Amazon. You cannot find the company itself anywhere on the internet. I've looked because I'm looking for possibility with parts and that kind of thing. Somewhere you could call or somebody give you something else or whatever, but no such thing. Well, that was a worthwhile look. I was going to get this all back together on the old one. Still waiting for the tip. Dan Hewitt is sending me, but that I can actually solder back on. But I also want to get a replacement blade for this. All right, so I'll have a spare. I really do like my Woodcut center saver, but I had to figure out, it's like, I got 45 bowl blanks sitting here, and I can't do anything with them because my tip's missing. They got the wrong threads. That is the wrong threads on there. This is a coarse thread, and this is a finer thread. I'll bet you this sucker will fit right into here. Look at that. There it is. We just found the problem. The shaft that they gave me has the wrong kind of threads on it. This is a too fine a thread for this, and this. Somebody put the same thread in both these holes. And I'm really curious right now. Yep. There's going to be a whole lot of these laying around because people are going to send them back. Somebody got mixed up at the machine shop as to what size thread, what kind of threads they were supposed to be in it. Well, I hope that was helpful for you because don't buy it. Not worth it. Well, very good for Dan Hewitt at Woodcut Tools.